Hey guys, I am hearing this word everywhere right now, that the Berlin real estate market is down, investors are pulling their money, sales are frozen. Trust me, this is half truth. In this video, I'm going to explain the complete market situation, where it's actually down and where it's still profitable. Because right now, everyone's talking about one market, when there are actually two very different things happening at the same time. Here's the thing, nobody's separating out for you. When someone says the market is down, they're usually talking about big institutional money, funds, portfolios, large commercial deals. But when you and I talk about buying an apartment, a house, an investment unit, that's a completely different market. And the data on that market tells a very different story. Let's deep dive into both and see what the data actually speaks about. So let's start with the part that's true, because I'm not here to tell you everything's fine when it isn't. Berlin's big commercial and institutional investment volume fell 43% year-on-year in Q1 2026, down to about 780 million euros. And here's what makes it worse. Most other major German cities went the other way. Cologne was up 122%. Frankfurt was up 87%. Berlin was actually the weak outlier, not the whole country. In commercial real estate specifically, the first half of 2026 saw a volume drop 35%. But here's the twist, the number of deals actually went up 62%. What's happening is big money is stepping back and it's getting replaced by lots of smaller deals. Some sale processes are even getting pulled midway because financing and price agreements are getting harder. So yes, if you're talking about big funds and large commercial portfolios, this part of the story is real. Now here's what almost nobody is saying on social media right now. The regular residential resale market, apartments, the kind you and I actually buy, is not frozen. It's recovering. 12,516 existing apartments were sold in Berlin in 2025, and prices per square meter went up 6% that same year. And this is the number that really tells the story how long it takes for an apartment to sell. In 2023, it was averaging 67.7 days. By October 2025, down to 54.9 days. That is not a frozen market, that is a market moving faster, not slower. Transaction volume in the first 3 quarters of 2025 was up roughly 28% compared to the year before. So somebody telling you nothing is selling, that's just not matching the data. So if you're hearing from an agent that their listings are frozen, I get it because it's happening. But here's what's actually going on in most of those cases. It's not a market problem, it's a pricing problem. Right now in Berlin, well-priced apartments with all the right paperwork are closing in 7 to 10 weeks. But overpriced listings, or ones missing documents, those are sitting for 4 to 6 months. That massive gap is what's dragging the average down and making people feel like nothing's moving. If a seller hasn't adjusted their price expectations since the 2022 peak, their apartment sits. That's not the market failing. That's one listing being priced for 2022 in a 2026 market. Berlin is still short, roughly 100,000 apartments. Vacancy sits at just 0.3%. That's basically nothing. The population keeps growing. That structural shortage hasn't gone away, no matter what the investment headlines say this quarter. That's exactly why the regular residential market bounced back faster than the big commercial side. Real people still need real homes no matter what big funds are doing. So to bring it all together, is the Berlin real estate market down? Half true. If you're a big fund buying office towers or giant portfolios, yeah, it's a genuinely cautious environment right now. But if you're someone like most of my clients, buying an apartment to live in or as a smaller investment, the data says the opposite. Prices are stabilizing, demand is up, and good listings are moving faster than they have in years. Look, headlines love a scary story. Market crashes get more clicks than market stabilizes steadily, even when the second one is what's actually true. If you're someone who's sitting on the fence because all this just seems scary right now, comment your concerns below. See you in the next one.